This is part 54 of ASP.NET MVC tutorial. In this video, we'll discuss what are T4 templates and their purpose, customizing T4 templates. So what are T4 templates and what is their purpose? T4 stands for Text Template Transformation Toolkit. These T4 templates are used by Visual Studio to generate code when we add a view or a controller. So to add a view, we simply right-click on a controller action method and select Add View from the context menu. This is going to bring up this Add View dialog box. Let's say the name of the view is going to be Index. We're going to make use of Razor View Engine. We're going to create a strongly typed view against employee model class. And notice the scaffold template drop-down list. Now we have several templates here. These are nothing but the T4 templates. Now let me select List T4 template. And then when I click Add, this is going to generate index.cshtml view, and then look at the amount of code that is generated. Now this Add View dialog box has used that List T4 template to generate this code for us automatically. So the obvious next question is, where does these T4 templates live? They live at this path. Look at the path. We have to navigate to Program Files, Microsoft Visual Studio 10, Common 7, IDE, Item Templates. And look at this, after Item Templates there is this C# folder. Now if you want to modify the templates for F# or Visual Basic, then get into that directory. And then within that we have Web and then MVC version. So which version of MVC are you using? If you want to customize the templates for MVC4, then you would go into MVC4 folder. If you want to customize the templates for MVC2, then you would go into that folder. Within that MVC version folder, then we have code templates. That's where these T4 templates are living. So let's quickly navigate to that directory. So get into the Run window, see Program Files, and then within that Microsoft Visual Studio 10, and then within that Common 7, IDE, Item Templates, and then you have the programming languages here, C#, F#, Visual Basic. Now let's go to C#, and within that Web, and within that we have different MVC versions. We want to customize the templates for MVC4, so let's get into the directory there, and we have this code templates folder. Now look at that, there are two folders here. One is Add Controller and the other one is Add View. Now we can also add a controller to a project, and then when we add a controller, there is controller code that's auto generated for us. Okay, now when we add a controller, these are the T4 templates that are used by Visual Studio. When we add a view, then the templates that are present in this Add View folder are the templates that are used by Visual Studio. So within Add View we have two different folders, ASPX, C# and CSHTML. Depending on the view engine that you are using, you can customize them. For example, if you want to customize the T4 templates for ASPX view engine, then you would get into that folder. If it's for Razor View, then you would get into that CSHTML folder. And notice the list of templates that we have. Look at this. This list is going to match with what we have in this Add View dialog box. So if I right click and say Add View, and then look at this drop down list, we have create, delete all the templates there, whatever that are present here. Okay, now the next question is, what is the file extension for T4 templates? It's .tt. So all these T4 templates have that extension. Is it possible to add your own T4 template to the existing list of templates? Absolutely. All you need to do is create a file with .tt file extension. So let's say here we have some existing T4 templates. Now let's make a copy of this list template and let's paste that. So we have list copy tt. Now if we go back and then if we select Add View, and then within the drop down list, look at that, we can see list copy T4 template there. Alright. So the next question is it possible to customize these T4 templates? Absolutely. T4 templates can be customized in place, meaning we can change them, the list of templates that are here, we can change them here. And let's see what's going to happen if we change them here. Now to change them, I'm going to open a notepad. I have to run this as an administrator. And then I'm going to open one of these templates. So File, Open. and then we need to navigate to this path. So let me copy that path and then paste that within this address bar. And then I don't see any of the templates. That's because by default it's going to show only those files that have got .txt extension. But then let's change that to all files. So here we have the list of templates. So let me select that list.tt. Let's open that. Now notice that when we added this index view, it has generated all this code for us. And there is an h2 tag also generated, where the h2 tag has the name of the view, index in this case. Now let's say I want to also have a bold tag and then an underline tag. So something like this. Okay, so we want this to be generated like this. Now to do that, we can customize this list T4 template. So obviously we need to navigate to the location where that code is being generated. So this is where that's being generated. So simply here I'm going to bold that and I'm going to underline that. Obviously we have to close those tags as well. So close the underline tag, close the bold tag, save this one. Now let's go back to our MVC demo project. Let's actually delete this index view and let's add the index view once again. So let's select the list template. Now keep in mind we have already customized that. So when we click add, it should generate that h2 tag with bold and underline as well. Notice that we get those changes applied. Now since we have changed these templates within this location, if you have multiple projects that you are creating on this machine, then all of them are going to make use of this customized template. So here I have another project, MVC app. Let me add an index view here and let's select the list as a scaffold template, click add. So this is another project. Look at that, the changes are reflected here as well, because all of the projects, Visual Studio by default is going to make use of templates that are present in that location. Now there might be situations where you want to customize them only for a specific project. If that is the case, all you need to do is, let's undo those changes. So let's get rid of these tags. Let's save it. Let's close this file. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this entire code templates folder, and then let's go back to our MVC demo, and then let's paste that folder within the root directory. So here the moment we do that, Visual Studio is going to run them automatically, but we don't want to run them. So click on cancel. Because there are several templates, you're going to get this dialog box a lot of times. So click cancel, to cancel running them. Okay, so we have the code templates folder here. So I'm going to go to add view and then CSHTML. So we have our list there, and let's say now we want to modify this to use bold and underline, and let's close those tags as well. Close the underline and close the bold tag. Let's save it. We don't want to run it, we simply want to save it. Okay, and then one more thing that we need to do is get to the properties and then delete this property value, text template file generator. Now by deleting this, we are telling Visual Studio not to run this template every time we build a solution. Okay, so we are going to manually invoke this template, the execution of this template, using that add view dialog box. So it's going to be manually invoked when I right click on the controller action method, add view. So here we have the add view dialog box. So when I select this list template here, and then when I click on add, that T4 template is going to be executed at that point of time. So when I click add, this should generate index view because we already have an index view. Let's actually rename it to index2. And when we do that, look at that, the changes should be applied here because the default template is residing within this project directory. Now if I go back to MVC app, which is a different project, and here we don't have those customized T4 templates, so it's going to make use of the T4 templates that are present at this path, code templates, add view, CSHTML. So here these templates are not customized. So when I add the index view, let's make it index 2, you should notice that, look at that, for the h2 tag it didn't add that bold tag. Actually we didn't select list as our T4 template. Let's do that now. Let's make this index 3. Let's select this scaffold template as list. Let's add, and look at that, we don't have that bold and underlined tags there because it's using the template by default that's present at this location. Alright, this slide you can find resources for ASP.NET C# and SQL Server interview questions. That's it for today. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.